Deep in the end zone, it's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll test the right side. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and this crowd giving this defense some juice. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today, though.
Yeah, dang right. How much?
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Oh, pressure's coming. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it on the outside.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives. What you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
First down, right back to Brown. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, it's almost impossible to overstate the importance of this game. The result might well be the cut line between really good bowl and the playoffs.
It's a really good point, Reese, because at this point of the season late, this is a resume builder, and this might be the win that you need to improve your status and impress the committee so that they put you in the college football playoff.
Yeah, in these top 10 games, they get more attention. More people are there, more people are covering, more people are talking about it, more people are spreading it. So, obviously, to do it on this stage will go a long way to determine whether this team gets in the playoff.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Just a terrible mistake. So instead of getting off the field on fourth down, the offense has a 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible. Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Manning. Rush right in his face. Avoids the pressure and gets away. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands.
Number 96, set to kick this low.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Looking for space. It's Fletcher. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. He's changing the play. Powers inside. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards.
And, man, that's a great job by this defense using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline and really being able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. To throw, Manning. Out wide left, it's Townsend. Still on his feet at the 45. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. A give to Brown. Turning it on. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he added the extra point. So Miami signals for a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend.
Number 96, set to kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Compton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Here's Mensah to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. On the move, he fires. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Changing the routes with his receiver. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Looking for the edge. Now the pitch. How about that pursuit? They stop him right at the line of scrimmage, bringing up 4th down. The give on 4th down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
Well, if I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun. Sees some running room. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Miami. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing Manning. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Manning.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback changing the play. They'll move the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Hits inside. It's Pringle. Breaks into the open. Run ends there. The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Got his man. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. He'll do it himself. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
To the pylon, it's Pringle. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Wide receiver comes in motion. Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. Hit as he throws. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. That'll bring him to within 4.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here's Manning to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
To the air, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down.
Well, this offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, 1st down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation third down. That was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They booted away on fourth down. Not a lot of room to field this one. Taken down right away. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing, Mensah. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The quick out. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Madness. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep plays.
Moving the pocket, it's Manning. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. There he goes. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got a step and just dusted the field.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Mensah. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Running inside. It's Pringle. He's past the sticks. Across the 25. He's got room. Touchdown, Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing. You need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Coming out with it, it's Brown. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Arch is going to throw for it. Under pressure. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time.
He lets one fly deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Goes high to pull it in. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
One of the biggest days of the college football season, and we've got you covered here from the EA Sports Studios in Orlando. We kick things off with Cal taking on the number 22 team, the Baylor Bears. And it's the Golden Bears with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
And if I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the second half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting that your defense is going to make a play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Mensa to throw. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Turning it on. Inside the touchdown, Texas. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and the score is 35-17. From inside the 15, here's the return. He's run out of bounds, but gets the ball across the 50 to the 49. Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do. Because of that singular instance, I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Out wide right, it's Lofton. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They get the completion, and that's one thing, Jesse. If you're going to get this guy on the ground, you better come in to make the tackle like you mean it.
Man, that was a heat-seeking missile coming in there. He knew he had a lot of work ahead of him with that big fella making the catch. Nice tackle.
The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. Making the adjustment on the play. Darian Mensa from the gun on third down. He's got it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the fourth down.
Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Here's Arts to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the pummeling has started. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
Bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. From the gun, it's Pringle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
these running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you can see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
He's got 93 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. On the run, it's Pringle. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. Gets a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Takes the easy one to the back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense set for a first down play. Manning, a shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. Makes the grab in the corner.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Second and long here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Oh, he's got some space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Throwing, Mensah. Left side is Vaughn. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
fires to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
I love defenses that can mix it up between man and zone. And I love the vision right here by the cornerback. Seeing the quarterback the whole way. Breaking on the football when that hand separates from the other hand. Nice job getting the deflection. Nice vision by that cornerback.
Got him on the RPO. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. Wide receiver going in motion. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. And that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Needs it here on fourth down. Moving out to the right. Nowhere to go, and the throwaway on fourth down.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down, they were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Manning from the gun on third down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Breaks into the open. 10. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Turns it upfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Canes will hustle to the line.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's why he's also in the Heisman Trophy conversation. A wide receiver in that debate is special. This dude is special.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. The fake wants to throw. Makes a man miss. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And they find him early, and I love it because last week they found him often. He had over 100 yards.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Sweet cut there. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Hey, coaches talk about it all the time, man. We want to run the football, get in manageable third down situations. Well, you don't have to worry about that. If you can just hand it to this guy and he gets you a first down and he gets you another first down, the ground game is really working. This offense has got it flowing.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The run inside. It's Brown. Snowed under by the defense.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. but now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down, and this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Manning to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it go. Makes a catch. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead. And that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Quick give. It's Pringle. He's got enough. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time... give it to him. He's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
And the Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Making the adjustment. It's a reverse. Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Darian Mensah from the gun on 3rd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. There he goes. He's at the touchdown, Texas. Took it all the way back to the house. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hits the hole. It's Pringle. Thrust that arm out. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. It doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. He's changing the play. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. It's complete to the right. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Mensah. He's taking a deep shot. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over. Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Longhorns have a lot of options on second and inches. One more time, it's Brown. And that is how we will wrap this one up. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.